friends, welcome back to our summer skill challenge. This is level 1 pentascales and we are on week 2. Last week we covered C major and A minor pentascales. If you need a refresher, if you haven't done those back, feel free to go back and watch that video. But this week we're traveling to G major and E minor. Let's get started. Okay, so if you remember last week we covered the formula for a major pentascale. This week we're going to take that formula and just transfer it to G. So we're going to start on G. And our formula was whole step, half step, whole step. So whole, whole, half, whole. 2 wholes, a half, and then another whole. We're going to use the same fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just simply starting on G. This pentascale is all white keys. Your left hand is going to try it now, starting on the G below that with finger 5. Give that first note a little drop. The goal is to be able to play them hands together steadily at any tempo that works for you. It could be fast, slow, as long as it's steady. If you're ready for a little bit of a challenge here, this is a good time to start building chords. A major chord is built with the first, third, and fifth notes of your major pentascale. So after you've played that G major pentascale up and down, you could add a G major chord by simply dropping fingers 1, 3, and 5 into the keys where they are. Your left hand can try it too. And you can try this with 1, 3, and 5 scale steps of any of the scales that we're doing. So you can play your pentascale up and down, then relax your hand, then drop into the chord. Let's travel to E minor now. If you remember, the formula for a minor pentascale is whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. So the half step lies here between the second and third notes. Again, that formula is whole, half, whole, whole. So your E minor pentascale is going to have an F sharp on the second note. You kind of perch your second finger on there, maybe move your fingers in the keys a little bit more instead of keeping them out, and your right hand will look like this. If your left hand tries it, it looks like this. And hands together will look like this. And if you want to go for the challenge, you can play fingers 1, 3, and 5 right where they are, and you'll get an E minor chord. Now the trick with this scale is that the F sharp happens on the second note. For your right hand, it's not too much of a problem because you drop strongly into finger number 1, which is a strong finger anyway, and you shift to finger number 2, which is also a strong finger. It can feel a little uncomfortable on this side of your hand in your left hand though. So I suggest that you spend a little bit of time kind of dropping into that 5th finger so it gets some support. If we just push with that finger, that's when the tension will happen in your palm and the rest of your fingers, in your wrist, in your forearm. You could probably feel it all the way up your arm. But if you put a little bit of a drop and deliver that energy to your fingertip without pushing, then you can shift that to your 4th finger. And you get a little bit more traction, a little bit more control, and a whole lot more relaxation. So drop, shift, and keep coming up your fingers. That'll give you a nice clean start, and it'll help you play your scale with a little bit more ease. Okay, so hopefully you have what you need to go off and practice. Before you do, if you found this video helpful, will you please press that like button. I want to know if this content is relevant and if it's helpful to you. And the more likes I see, the more I'll know I'm going in the right direction. If you have any comments or suggestions about how I'm delivering the information, if there's anything that I can go into further detail on, or if you need a little bit more of a challenge, please let me know that too in the comments. I want to make sure that this channel is relevant to you and your piano journey. All right, go practice. Come back and let us know how you did, and we will cheer you on, and I hope you enjoy the music in your home this week.